This special is truly special.
Thank you.
And it's fun. It's just got your mama all over it.
Children on an airplane, lady, lady. Where is Casey Anthony when you need her?
I have been trying to find something to do about my mom for the last 10 years.
But I feel like your mom definitely has a hand in all of this, and you actually discovered a letter that Joan wrote.
Dear Melissa, if you are reading this, I am dead. And given that I am dead, I assume someone will finally decide to honor me. I hate to disillusion everyone, but I wrote the letter.
You wrote the letter?
Yes, I didn't find a letter with my mom giving tips on when someone, what they should do. By the way, since I hear it in my head all the time, I know what she would have said, but I like to think
What would she have said?
Basically the same thing that I said she would say. Don't use any pictures that haven't, I don't want any of those fun family candid pictures.
Everyone thinks their kids are so beautiful. Impossible, look at you.
She walked so that we could run.
What was it like assembling these stars who were paying tribute, who were honoring and participating in this special to your mom?
You're dealing with people's schedules.
Right.
And finding a moment where everyone happened to be free the same night is never easy. We really knew who we wanted and went after Chelsea and Nikki and Tiffany and all, right off the bat.
Let's party for Joan for life.
We wanted it to still feel contemporary and of the moment. So our idea was to use different topics that my mother talked about, use clips, use jokes of hers, but then allow those comedians to do their stuff.
They come up to you in a bar and they say things like, I got something in here I know you want. That's where you keep a plastic surgeon? My God!
Just like Joan, I want to keep working up until the very end so I can die doing what I love, undergoing a risky surgical procedure.
From Nikki Glazer to Margaret Cho, Sarah Silverman to Joe McHale, Tracy Morgan, and Neil Patrick Harris. Joan Rivers, a Dead Funny All-Star tribute airing tonight on NBC and tomorrow on Peacock, also includes 2 stars who portrayed Joan-like characters.
I get it now. Why men rule the world. No high heels.
Rachel Brosnahan, Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, Hacks. We see your mom's touch in them, how she inspired them. What do you think your mom would have made of those 2 series?
I think she would have liked them. She was a huge Jean Smart fan.
Yeah.
She thought Rachel was beyond talented. I think she would have been very aggravated that she had not thought of them, nor was receiving a royalty. Let's be honest.
Well said.
You know what? You pay
Where's
her.
my money?
Exactly. It did not matter how much you paid her. She showed up. Like, it was very basic.
I'll be there for the paycheck.
Exactly.
This is everything I've ever done. Every joke I've ever written.
These are all my jokes.
Your mom was genius. She was one of the most prolific joke writers of all time.
Yeah.
Writing 70,000 plus jokes. And of course, she categorized them and cataloged them. What category had the largest collection of jokes?
Vagina.
I hate thin people. Does the tampon make me look heavy? I hate...
She once said, I have no sex appeal. My gynecologist examines me by telephone.
What celebrity was on the receiving end of a lot of your mother's jokes?
It was whoever was at the top of their game. To be able to make a joke about someone and have the people laugh, you have to be so famous that the public has a working knowledge of you that you get the joke.
Right.
And there were a few celebrities through the years who would call if she had taken them out of the act. They're like, oh my God, why am I out of the act? Why am I out of the act?
Get out.
Because it truly
was a reflection of who was popular at the time.
Yes. I think a lot of times people don't and didn't understand that. That it's a compliment.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So who do you think was receiving the most compliments from your mother?
Oh, it was Elizabeth Taylor. Cher, and then you had the Kardashians. Her whole thing was she always wanted to stay relevant.
Kim, Courtney, and Lurch, the big one.
Her fear was always she never wanted to be considered old. So it was always about being relevant, being relevant.
It's all about them. When was the last time a blind person gave you a compliment? Think about it.
What do you think your mother would have made of the current culture?
She would not have enjoyed this overly woke cancel culture. It would not have been good for her. I don't think she would have given a about being canceled and kept being her. And I think, honestly, I was thinking about that one night, was how would she get around it? I know exactly how she would have threaded the needle. She would say, I want to tell you this joke. I wish I could say blah, 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 but I'm not allowed to. She would have taken the whole idea of cancel culture and turned it on its head.
I do wish my mother was still here to see all this. But on the other hand, she'd be in her mid-90s and all my free time would be dealing with caregivers, canes, and, well, catheters.
Of course, Joan passed away in 2014 when complications from an endoscopy left her brain dead due to lack of oxygen. Her legacy lives on through Melissa and grandson Cooper, who's now all grown up and in the biz.
Your son Cooper, 24 now?
Yeah, mommy's baby, so big.
I know, and Joan loved him.
Yes.
She adored him. What would you hope that your mom would know and cherish about the man that he's become today?
That he has a work ethic. He inherited the family work ethic. He is working as an assistant to an agent, to a big music agent.
Okay. So he's essentially in the family business of entertainment industry.
Yes, but people who don't know our industry don't understand that when you are a second assistant or an assistant to an agent, it's rough.
Yeah.
It is brutal. And he is in there and he's doing it. And when you say, do you love what you do? He says, yes. But if you talk to him every day, he's like, I hate this every minute. But I think the thing she'd be most proud of is his work ethic.
Yeah.
No doubt, Joan would also be proud of Melissa. The TV producer and podcast host tied the knot with lawyer Steve Mitchell just over 8 weeks ago.
Newly married.
I know.
Let me see that ring.
Oh, there it is.
Would mother have approved?
Yeah, she really would have liked the engagement ring. But yes, this is a tribute to my mom quite a bit.
How so?
We were both very big fans of a very famous jewelry designer named Jean Schlumberger. And so I wanted a Schlumberger ring.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
That wedding day almost didn't happen.
Yeah.
Because I am so sorry. You lost your home to the LA wildfires.
Yes.
And you thought, how are we going to proceed with a celebratory day?
Yes.
When we've lost everything, including what you were going to wear on your wedding day.
Luckily, one piece was at the tailor.
Really?
Yes.
And you looked stunning on that day.
Thank
but
you.
ultimately, why did you and your husband decide to proceed?
First of all, I still can't get used to the word husband.
You got a husband. And I know you said, oh, I'm never going to get married again, but you did.
I did. Well, because getting married was very important to him.
Really?
And for once, I let him have his way. I knew how much that meant to him that I did it.
Oh.
We go through the fires, and we're gonna cancel. Our friends, some were saying cancel, some were saying don't cancel. We looked at the calendar and thought, we're gonna wanna get out of here. And we're not gonna get our deposits back. So we decided to take a leap of faith and just do it, and I'm so glad we did.
It just reminds me how amazing you are and how happy I am to be your mother.
What do you think your mom's legacy truly is?
The first one to be honest, especially about women, about being able to say all the things that everybody was saying to each other at home. And I think that's also why Fashion Police worked. She was simply saying what everyone was saying to their friends at home.
Mina Subari was also at the party.
This dress is what it sounds like when doves cry.
You were actually an ET intern in Los Angeles?
Yes. I was...
what do you remember from those days?
A lot. I learned a ton. I worked on transcribing interviews. We didn't have computers.
Oh, so you were
typing and or by hand and then typing. Now with AI, it probably can do the whole thing for you, but we had to literally transcribe tapes by hand.
Oh my gosh.
And I learned a ton.
Yeah.
I learned how to do an interview.
Yeah. Well, and look at you now.
Look at me now.
Thank you in advance, Joan Rivers.